All right, welcome on in, everyone. Monday nights, the beverages are hotter, the spice is spicier. Laptop Hound here for a Monday night. There may be no Ezra for some drops late on Monday night. If you're busy working today, if you're stuck in the snow, stuck in traffic, and you didn't have a chance to get all your drops, if you missed Nersha Banko, if you missed my stream, if you missed EVC's stream, if you missed the pregame show with Dr. Dynastic, well, you're going to have about a half an hour to get the remainder of your drops, or at least a drop or two, as I will be doing a little bit of OOTP before the hockey crew comes on and we talk hockey. Hero Drivers here, Captain is here, Real Teddy-O is here. We've got a lot of late nighters, a lot of guys ready to find out what's going on in OOTP, and maybe you'll stick around and listen to a little bit of the hockey talk, as it can get fiery with the panel that we have with Finn and Frank the Tank and myself. We're going to have some hockey trivia as well a little bit later. And of course, we are going to talk about all the latest goings on in hockey. No Louisiana hockey team in the NHL. Not yet, anyway. We need a team down there in Baton Rouge. Baton. It sounds like a physical kind of name you could have for a team. The Baton Rouge Icebreakers. Because I'm sure there's a lot of ice breaking going on down there. Weather-wise, I know Kansas and Illinois and the Midwest is experiencing a lot of ice, a little bit of horrible weather. It's going to continue on for the next couple of days as we go into that system moves towards the east. So if you're in Michigan, if you're towards the East Coast a little bit, Wednesday's going to be a very sloppy kind of day for you. And then, speaking of Louisiana, down in that area, Texas, Louisiana, it's going to get kind of messy too. Maybe some tornadic activity over the next few days. So be safe out there, prepare, have some extra clothing, and you just never know in the wintertime what you might be hit with. Ice, sleet, rain, snow, tornadoes. Yeah, it could all come at you. Even some flooding. I'm hearing maybe a little bit of flooding down in the Texas area. The south, I guess would be the southeastern part of Texas. The Baton Rouge Zydeco. I pronounce that right? The Zydeco. The Zed. We say Zed up here in Canada. So I'm going to pronounce it Zed. Zydeco. There you go. Tomorrow morning, the first OOTP broadcast of Tuesday will be Spore and his Tuesday Treasure Trove. Stay tuned for that. Tuesday, noon Eastern time. He'll have some cards for you, maybe some bronze, some silver, some iron, maybe a couple gold along the way. And again, hope those that have had their community request fulfilled. The Miguel DeLon is a really good card in bronze. The Brett Butler playing pretty well. I believe that's in silver. The Brunansky in gold, the 89 Brunansky. I know a lot of people are playing that one. And the Splitty Mark Eichhorn. You might want him on one side against one type of batter, but not the other type. And Glenn Perkins, another really good gold reliever that's come out recently. Ventura. Yeah, and we'll see. I'm excited to see what tomorrow has in store. And then after that, I will be back for the Lap versus Chat Draft to Glory, where you guys compete against me. The community-driven chat team is 2-0 against Laptop Hound in the last couple of weeks, but I'm building up a dynasty. Just you wait. I will beat you one of these weeks. Other than that, again, Saturday, if you missed my stream today, Saturday I've got a new format, a new time. Used to be on at 12:30 Eastern time. 90 minutes with the Gladiators, which turned out to be 2 hours and then 4 hours and then 7 hours this last Saturday. We're going to switch the times so I'm not kind of sandwiched in between two other streamers. We're going to go at 4 p.m. Eastern and run for about 3 hours. And we're going to, test drive. We're going to experiment a little bit with a new kind of format. It may not be every Saturday, but at least a couple times before the new version comes out. We're going to have the OOTP 24 roundtable where I bring in community guests and we focus on a couple subjects and, debate a little bit, maybe argue, maybe fight, and then make up and kiss. And no, not kiss. What are you talking about? Make up and shake hands at the end of the round table. So we're going to be doing that this Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to have Don't Cut the D Block Dragon, D Dempsey on. We're going to talk bronze and iron cards. D Dempsey, of course, finishing second in the recent PTCS. Don't Cut the D Block Dragon has a lot of success in iron and bronze tournaments. So we're going to have both of those guys on and look at the cards, especially the newer cards that have come out, including the ones that'll probably come out tomorrow. So join in Saturday around 4 p.m. and join into the discussion. And if anyone in the community wants to come on to a roundtable, if you feel like you're an expert in a part of OOTP and you want to share your knowledge, your insight, your expertise, please reach out to me, because I love helping the community. I love helping new people to the game. I love, when new users like Music Lessons today says, I'm a sponge and I just like to soak up whatever the community gives me. And Music Lessons won the laptop bounty yesterday, and today he won the laptop daily, and today he won the bounty. Where did this kid come from? Someone check out his credentials. New to the game, and he already won a daily, and he won the bounty within the first few weeks. So yes, hope to see you guys on Saturday for that. All right, let's before we get into the hockey talk, let's go back into OOTP, do a couple things. First of all, today's daily tournament. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at this. Look who finished in the top 4. Ezra finished in the top 4, losing a heartbreaking 7-game series to Don't Cut the D Block Dragon in one semifinal. Ezra was up 3-2, lost game 6, 2-1, chance to close it out. But D Block was not having any of it. And D Block scored 1 in the bottom of the 11th to push it to a game number 7. And in game number 7, Ezra fell a little bit short again, 4-0, only got 4 hits. D Block shut him down in game 7. So he moved on to the finals. And in the other semifinals, it was our monthly leader, the Wabanaki Passamaquoddy by Makad Carr. And Makad Carr was taking on myself. Yeah, the Rocky Mountain Gladiators for the first time in January. They cracked the final 4. We won the first game. They won the next 3. I thought it's all and done. Almost. I won game 5. And then it goes to game 6. And the Passamaquoddy win it 5-3. So that sets up a Goliath showdown between Dick Shot's Dugouts and the Wabanaki Passamaquoddy. I just love saying that name because I can pronounce it. Once you know how to say it, you never forget it. Just like Puyallup. Once you know how to say Puyallup, you'll never forget it. Wabanaki Passamaquoddy and Don't Cut the D Block Dragon. Game 1 went to Wabanaki 4-2. Game 2 goes to Wabanaki 11-2. Game 3 to Wabanaki 7-1. And game 4 goes to Dick Shot. So they do not get swept. Wabanaki wins game 5 3-1. Great story. The manager for Wabanaki resides in the state of Oklahoma, a grandfather of many children. So an elder OOTP player like myself kicking the young bucks' butts in this game, especially at the lower levels. So congratulations if you're listening, Makad Carr. Good stuff. Beating Dick Shot's Dugouts and extending your lead for the month of January. Always like to kind of every once in a while look at the stats. How are these guys? Who are the top players? So if we look at in terms of the pitching and we go to the pitchers, those of you that are still kind of sticking around, you see my headings at the top. I've got kind of a customized setting. Is there any pitching category I'm missing here that is, you think, critical in determining the best, players, pitchers in a tournament? I've got FIP. I think FIP's important. I got K per 9, walks per 9, whip, home runs per 9. And again, if you're new, you can just move these categories just like that. can put them wherever you want on your page. I've got WAR, I've got ERA, win percentage, ERA plus. Let's move that over by ERA. And then I got opposing batting average, innings pitched. I've got batting average if they hit, because this is a non-DH league, so pitchers do hit. So I've got their batting average here, their BABIP, quality starts, wins, saves, earn runs, walks, and Ks. But I think the first few categories are probably the most important ones. So when you're ranking by pitchers, oh, and by the way, Dr. Dynastic, thank you for the raid. I was a little late getting the camera on here, so you had already come in. But if you're still around, Dr. Dynastic, lurking in the background, thank you for the raid. So yeah, what do you think is the most important category for pitchers? Is it FIP? And if we go by the lowest FIP, then we see that Daniel Hudson had a really good tournament. But again, he only played 2 games. But he played more than that. He had a 1.1 WAR. No, only 2 games. A 1.1 WAR in 2 games. So yeah, that's one thing I'm not really an expert on, is the the categories, what determines the best players. I've always kind of just looked at WAR. And in this tournament, Cole Hamels, Andy Messersmith, and Gus Kroc, who was on my team, one of those exclusive bronze cards. Look at that. You look at this, you ignore the number, ignore 67. And I say, chat, what's the overall rating of this card? There's no way you say 67. You're going at least a 70. You're going at least a low silver. But nope, it is a 67. And when the game first came out, this would probably be a diamond, or at least a high gold when the game first came out. So power creep, yeah, comes along. John Denny, Dutch McCall, we got another John Denny. And when we look at the batters, let's take a look at the hitters here. So many customizations you can do. Save view. So batters wise, Piggy Ward and Carlos Beltran. My Carlos Beltran had a 2.0 WAR, 365 average. Draft him if you see him in my tournaments. And Piggy Ward from my Rocky Mountain Gladiators. So even though I didn't make the final, I had the 2 top WAR batters in the tournament here. So yeah, there you go. Final 4 finish for Laptop Hound. Good to see you guys. We're going to have the hockey show starting very, very soon. The panel should be in here within about 10 minutes, and we will get started. All right, let's go. And I never have pack luck early in the day, but I've never really ripped packs late in the day. Maybe it's all timing. Let's go through and see if we can pull anything here in the next 5 minutes. 1,297 packs ready to be ripped, ready to be opened. Let's open about 50 of them. What do you think? Can I get a perfect in 50 packs, chat? What do you think? Let me know. What's your prediction? What's your Monday night football prediction here? Monday night baseball. 1 perfect, 2 diamonds. Let's go. Let's rip it open. Ron Kittle, who played in Edmonton, Alberta at one time, is a member of the Edmonton Trappers. The Montreal Expos, we have a diamond, Devin Williams. So I'm going to leave the pack drops, drops on for about another 10 minutes. And then once we go to the hockey broadcast, we will flip that off. Kurt Suzuki. 3 packs, 1 diamond and 1 gold. That's better than I usually do. Do you guys need a Kurt Suzuki? 1776. 2000. No. 200, cheaper than the lowest one. All right, we got a gold. We got another gold. We got a diamond. We got Cub Sammy Sosa, who is a duplicate. If you want Sammy, 1776. So 2 gold and a diamond in 4 packs. I think opening at night is much more profitable. Can we hit another diamond or a perfect? Come on, let's hit a perfect on this Monday night. Perfect. Yeah, this isn't looking like the well went dry. Steve Finley, Grant Anderson, Jack, Joe. Got a Jack, a Joe, a Tyler, an Alex, another gold card. Alcantara, who for some reason I didn't have yet. One of those elusive lives. Yeah, I don't think opening at night makes a difference. I thought if I could hit a perfect in the first 20 packs, there might be something to this. But nope, nope, nope. Jake Lamb, though. Jake Lamb is a newer card, an iron card selling for 199. I will put it on for 113. Jake Lamb can be part of your collection. All right, we'll open 4 more packs. Ooh, we did get our second diamond. It is Sonny Gray, who is a duplicate, not selling for much. But if you want him, I'll put him at 4,001. If you still need a Sonny Gray, that's the lowest I can sell him for. No tax. Wow, one perfect point tax. Tully Sparks, if you need some spark in your life, are you lacking a spark in your life? Go get Tully. 155. 2 silver, actually. But I need a Willie. I don't have that Willie. 3 more. 2 more. And we're going to end off with nothing. All right. Little bit of pack opening. Demendro, good to see you in the chat. Doing a little bit of OOTP before our hockey broadcast starts. The gang should be coming in anytime now. And my Rocky Mountain Gladiator is currently in Diamond. And I don't know if you are in here, if any of you are in here, but we got some really good top end managers. We got the Bourbon Bros in here. We got the Newt Newts, the Canterbury Tales. Let's see if anyone's won perfect yet. How many diamond winners do we have? We got Minerva. Minerva and the Chicago Hearts are here. We got 1 diamond winner for Scarborough. Diamond winner once for the Murder Hornets. 1 diamond win for the Leathernecks. Newt Newts have 1 diamond win. The Bourbon Bros, 1 diamond and 1 perfect league. So not a lot of champions on that side of the bracket. Over here, who do we got? We got 1 diamond for Greendale, the Goats. The Wafers, Nafers Wafers, 1 diamond win. The Baseballersons, 1 diamond win. The Dodgers, 1 diamond. The Poets, 1 diamond. And in my division, we have a gold, we have nothing, we have a gold, and we have a gold. So a lot of gold in my division. So I'm liking that. We only have 1 perfect champion here, and that's the Bourbon Bros. A few other teams have made perfect, but only 1 has won perfect. So I got a chance. And talk about not getting the good rolls. The Lakeland Titans, all the way up to Diamond, and they've got here without even 1 championship. Not a stone or an iron or a bronze, nothing for the Titans. That doesn't happen very often. Usually you win at least 1 championship somewhere along the way. Nafer Wafers, D. Mendro. All right. Well, the ad break's going to be over in about 30 seconds here. So we'll take a sip of coffee. Again, we'll leave the drops on for about another 15 minutes or so. So hopefully, if you're still trying to get affiliate drops, hopefully you are almost done with your time. All right, the ad break is over. So those of you that kind of saw the non-verbal part of this during the ad break, if I'm up in the top right-hand corner for the ads, going through my Diamond League and going through all the teams and how successful they've been. And the most successful team in Diamond this go around is this team here. Very good team. We've seen them on the Perfect League World Series many times. They've won 3 Perfect League champions. They're 15-4 already this season. They are the odds-on favorite to walk away with it. They are the New York Yankees, the Los Angeles Dodgers. They're going to be hard to beat because they have had so much success. They do have a little bit of competition with the Pingu Newts, who are also 14-5, and they play a lot of that laptop daily. And then we've got, I thought there was one other team that had a few Diamond championships. Is it the Murder Hornets? No, the Murder Hornets only have one. And then on the other side, Demendro, Synchronicity, you're in the chat tonight, and you happen to be in my conference. You made it to Perfect League twice. You got a 14-5 record. You've got a really good team. You got, what some people with the cool kids would say, I got a stacked team, sir. My team is stacked. Well, I'm 10-8 without a stacked team. Just to show you that I'm above 500 with some old meta, some newer meta. I've got Kershaw, Johnson, Bumgartner, Valdez, and Hershiser. Britton and Suter, who I think are two of the more elite closers. Trevor Hoffman, Hilton Smith, Schmidt, the tournament card, Elmer Smith, who's a great two-way player. Look at his ratings. Look at that. He can hit, he can pitch, he can run, he can throw a fastball, 92. He can just do everything. How are you doing for me this season? 266 in Diamond. What's your pitching stats like? It's okay. It's okay, considering you're not primarily a pitcher. You're a left fielder. Hitting wise, Nafers, I'm way behind you, Wafer Nafers, Demendro, Campanella and Cochran, Freeman and Greenberg, Louis Ares, Nellie Fox, Steer, George Brett, Connor, Aparicio, Wallace, Smith, Mays, Speaker, and Tournament Guerrero. Why do I have Louis Aparicio? Because he's at least in Diamond, maybe not up in Perfect League. There's probably not too many people running him in Perfect, but he's a good hitter. Maybe some empty average kind of hits there, but yeah, he's doing okay for me. Silky smooth defense? No, you got to be kidding me, right? What's silky and smooth? Let's check it out. Yeah, minus 2.7 zone rating. That's why a lot of people don't use them. Not very good defense. But hey, that's all I got right now until I open some more cards and finish some more missions. I don't chase missions too hard. I do have a few complete here. But yeah, we'll see. My goal is to make it to Perfect once before the new game comes out. So by the end of March, I want to make it there once. And unfortunately, the Perfect Team trophies are running out. Supply is running out of the trophies. There are only about 5 physical trophies left. And again, your last chance to win one of these gorgeous green marble-looking, glass-looking trophies, you have until February 18th. So February 18th World Series will be the last one that they're going to give away. Oh, Aparicio? Yeah, Aparicio. He's kind of cratered for me. I think his time is done. He just can't do anything with the bat. But I agree, his defense is really good. So yes, that is what's going on in Diamond Perfect League right now. Maybe this is the week we get a little bit of luck. Hank Aaron, a lot of people still playing Hank Aaron. Demendro wafers. Are you both you both of the Nafer teams? Are you double dip pizza and the wafers? It sounds like they're related just based on the food. A wafer and a double dip pizza. Okay, that's your alt. How is your alt done? You want a bronze and you want a silver. You got everyone in middle relief. And your main team is. Ooh, we got the Hoosman in here. That's another manager that's been up to perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 diamond championships. That perfect championship still eludes them. Where's the wafers here? Did you get knocked down the week after in each of them, or did you get to stay up in perfect league for a while? Because if you got to stay up there, that's quite the accomplishment. Because you either make the playoffs or you get sent down in perfect league. It is a brutal schedule. It's a brutal competition, and you have to do some micromanaging with your pitchers so that your bullpen is not gassed. Okay. Yeah. Here is, on paper at least, the best team. The new Acuna Jr. I can actually look at this in one of my leagues, and he's hitting 356. This is kindergarten to him. Being in Diamond is just like a playground. How many people are running him? I bet you there's not many that have him yet. Oops, not Acuna. Yep, only one. Only one Acuna Jr. in the league right now. And Garrett Cole's the other one. So he's got Acuna, he's got the Mookie Betts, the Dan Bruthers, the Cabrera, the George Brett, Boudreaux, Gore. Oh, Neighbors, I don't think we have a chance this week. Do you? Oh, thanks for catching that. No problem. I'm the proofreader. That's what teachers do. They proofread and they point out weaknesses. Rivera, McClanahan, DeGrom. Yeah. Now, Nafers, you've been up to Perfect League. You kind of know what the hardcore meta is. Are the Bourbon Bros, are they missing any one particular card? In your opinion, do they need a certain piece? Because when you have this card and you have this card and you have this card. Oh, and you have this card and this card. You're not missing really anything, are you? If you are, it's kind of a lateral exchange. Maybe like is Cabrera the first baseman over like Votto? I mean, and you've got this card. They've got every high-end PTCS tournament card that you can have. Maybe first base. I don't know. Cabrera, he's got one of the lowest averages, and George Brett is due to be replaced. He's got green. This may be his only card with green on it. Votto's bugged. Oh, yeah, he has Mo. He has this. Oh, you mean this one here? Yeah, he's got that one too. Hey, I've got Britton and Suter. I've got Kershaw. That's 3. I got Brett. I got 4 of those cards. And I'm 10 and 8. Probably going to be close to relegation this week. But hey, I've been here. I've been in Diamond now for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons now, and I'm proud of that with this team that's missing a lot of pieces. All right, gang, we're going to go to a commercial break, and when we come back, we are going to get on to the hockey podcast. We're going to leave the OOTP drops on for another 10 minutes until the bottom of the hour. So, stay tuned. Go refresh your beverage. Go put on your favorite hockey jersey, and we'll be back in 2 minutes' time.
tonight. Tension grows, the whistle blows, and the puck goes down the ice. The goalie jumps, and the players bump, and the fans all go insane. Someone roars, Bobby scores at the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. The best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Where players dash with skates aflash, the home team trails behind. But they grab the puck and go bursting up, and they're down across the line. They storm the crease like bumblebees, they travel like a burning flame. We see them slide the puck inside, it's a 1-1 hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. The best game you can name is the good old hockey game.
Third period, last game of the playoffs too.
Oh, take me where the hockey players face up down the ring, and the Stanley Cup is all filled up for the champs who win the drink. Now the final flick of a hockey stick and the one gigantic scream. The puck is in, the home team wins the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. The best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game.
All right. Yes, emergency broadcast. We are here tonight 1 week earlier than we planned on because as Frank the Tank and Finn remind me constantly of in chat, there's a lot going on in this hockey world. We got to get started. We got to have a show. We can't wait another week. There's just too much going on. So welcome back to the show. Lanky Frank or Frank the Tank and Finn. Old man Fred has made it back in Canada. You'll be glad to know he has arrived safely on Canadian soil. He's in, I think, Montreal or Toronto, and he's still has to take a plane back to Edmonton. So he will not be with us this week. He'll be back with us next week. Finn, how the heck are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you? Can't complain these days as an Oilers fan.
You can't complain at well, you could because Oiler fans usually do complain. But
No,
hey,
not when the going's good.
yeah, and Machia Pet says, got to talk about some team that won 13 straight, don't we? Yeah, Machia Pet. You can see Finn and the smile he has on his face. And then we go to Frank. How you doing, Frank?
Hold on. I just want to say what a change from 2 months ago. And the one thing that shocked me was they established a record for consecutive wins by a Canadian team. And I was shocked because the Habs in 76, 77 lost 8 games. And I'm like, I guess they never won a whole bunch in a row. It's like they lost one, won 10, lost one, run 10 type thing. I was shocked. I think it was that low for a Canadian team. So
Frank was shocked.
How about what is it? 11 straight wins and not forfeiting 2 or more goals, or not forfeiting more than 2 goals.
they're rolling. They're rolling.
And I mean, when I saw that record too, they were tied with Montreal before the Calgary game, and I thought, okay, are they going to stay with Montreal? Are they going to win? And they beat Calgary, and 13. And you know, it wasn't the best time for me going into 2024, making a bet with myself, saying I'm not going to shave until the Oilers lose a game.
Next time, bet on the Habs losing because we beat good teams. We lose against San Jose of the world. It's crazy.
The wife is a little bit cranky with it, but they can't keep going like this, can they, Finn? They can't keep winning. They got to lose eventually. Like if they play Boston in February 21st, like they got to lose that one, right?
Well, I think the test is going to be the first game after the All-Star break and their bye week when they're playing Vegas. And when they're playing Vegas that day, I believe they're playing to tie the record overall in the NHL at 17 wins.
Yeah. Well, Fussmucker, she's got legs. She knows how to use them. There you go. A little bit of ZZ Top. I just need the sunglasses. Yeah, I'm excited to get back on screen with you here, guys, because, again, we have so much to talk about. We got Fussmucker back. Jeff Steele Flex is here. Boiled Egg, I'm sure, will be popping in. Maybe Don't Cut the D-Block Dragon. They've been bugging me a little bit. When's the next broadcast? And, you know, in my Discord, they constantly talk hockey and NHL, and they put up graphics and all these other things. It's like, we still got 2 more weeks before we're back on. Well, we're back, baby. We are back. And as we always do, we are going to take a look at, oh, by the way, everyone say hello to my mother in British Columbia who watches us every single week. Everyone give a wave.
Hello.
She'll be upset because her fave, old man Fred's not here.
Oh, he's in the air. He's in the air.
He's coming.
He's in the air. He sends his best wishes. Okay, let's go back. And as we always do, let's start with our logo evaluation. And we're down to the L's in Los Angeles. So Los Angeles has been around since, Frank, since when? 1970?
I think they were in the expansion is late 60s, I think, with St. Louis and stuff. No?
Okay, somewhere between 1967 and 1975. Someone out in chat might know 66, 67.
Dion played with them the whole 70s, and he was in LA, so it's from the early 70s. So I don't know when they got expanded, but
yeah, Boiled Egg says 67 they came in, so they were one of the first teams into the league. All right, here are the logos of the Los Angeles Kings over the last 50 years.
they're OG, baby.
Purple and yellow. Yeah.
Ugh. That's when they switched to black, like everybody. What the fuck? I don't even remember that one. Don't remember that one either.
Frank, where were you in the early 2000s?
I was getting drunk, man.
Tell us how you really feel, Frank. Okay, so
There we go.
There we go. We have all the logos here from 1967 all the way up to 2019 and now. Chat, give us your opinion too. Which LA Kings logo is the best? Finn, we're going to start with you. Which one do you like?
For some reason, I don't know. Whenever I think of the LA logo, even though I've never watched them when they had this logo, but when I think of the LA logo, I think of 1988.
Oh, well, Crime and Woods, you guys must be about the same age. Crime in the Woods, are you like an early 90s kid? Because that's what Finn is, and you both agree with 1988. What do you like about the 1988?
Oh, when I think of the LA Kings, that's the logo that comes to my mind right away. I don't know why. It's for the entire time I've been watching hockey.
That's why you saw Gretzky wearing.
Yeah, maybe that's why. Yeah, maybe yeah.
Gretzky and Chadwick agrees as well. And I think a lot of people in the chat that were young kids at that time, that remember Wayne Gretzky. I think even Curry played with Los Angeles for a while. That's when I think Wayne Gretzky Kings, that's the logo that I think of, obviously. How about you, Frank?
It's my theme that everybody abandons colors and goes to dark blue, that it's almost black and black. I think it's unoriginal. So I'm going to go with same theme, but the 75 with the purple and yellow. Don't see the Lakers abandoning those colors. That doesn't hurt them from winning championships. I don't get it. It's like boring black and gray and white. It's like, give me a break, man. Stay original, guys. Stay original. So 75.
Now, Finn, you're part of the younger generation. You're part of the millennials. And I think the Kings went to that black and gray to appeal to the younger crowd. When you see the purple and gold there, you just want to throw up, or is it fine with you? Because I don't know. Do young people, what do they think when they see those older colors like the purple and yellow?
I don't think we really think anything of it. I just think that when you stick to the darks and grays and whites and stuff like that, like the 88 and further, it looks more clean, more professional, I think, more business like, I guess.
Oh,
exactly. Non-original. Corporate.
And Chadwick says that there was a lot of blowback with that 1988 logo, and maybe it's because they abandoned some of the purple, some of the yellow, and then they brought back the purple in 1998. Also, yeah, Kelly Rudy. Remember Kelly Rudy, Frank, and the headband? You think of this logo as well with the Kings? Okay, worst logo. The one that does make you want to kind of throw up a little bit. My favorite is the same as Frank, 1975. I like the way they got the Kings, and it looks like it's skating, like it's forward moving, and I like the crown. Worst one for me is 1998. there's nothing there for me. I'm not a fan.
Yeah,
Frank,
1998 looks like it belongs on the front of a soccer jersey,
or on the hood of a car. Maybe that's what they're.
It's almost like the Three Musketeers, their metal things, for defending themselves with their sword.
Yeah.
It's weird, man. It has nothing to do with kings, It's weird.
Yeah. So I think we all agree then. 1998 is the worst of the logos there. 2 votes for 1975, 1 vote for 1988. Chat seems to vote for 1988. So of the 8 logos, 2 kind of stand out. 1987 is kind of a bad one too, just because I don't know.
It's in between.
Yeah.
Let's go corporate boring shit, but let's keep the crown and with the colors. It's like, give me a break. Go for it or don't go for it. Don't do half and half shit.
Yeah, it's like, I wonder if we can phase out the purple and gold if they'll notice. Let's phase it out slowly. And that only lasted 1 year, so they phased it out pretty quick. All right. A new part to the show. We've got Lanky Frank the Tank, and his trivia. He's been doing some trivia questions. He's geared up. He's got some for the return tonight. How many questions do you have for us, Frank?
I got multiple, so there's a theme. There's a theme this week.
Theme? Oh.
Goals. Goals.
Goals.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Chat, feel free to play along.
One's not an official question, but I was going to put it as a question, and I said, no. So I'll kind of ask, but not the question I want to ask. What did Mark Stone do for the first time last week in his career?
Get a hat trick?
Correct.
Hockey. Gordie Howe. He pulled the Gordie Howe.
No, hat trick.
Really?
Over 200 goals. It's his first regular season hat trick in his career. How many does he have in the playoffs?
None.
No. 2.
2 for 2. All right. So this inspired my trivia was Mark Stone, because he's got so many 2-goal games, and he tried to get empty netters for the third. Never. After that many years in the league, first regular season hat trick. So, to warm you up, are you ready?
Okay, we got Jimmy, the Ukrainian there, that is definitely, he knows everything apparently. Okay,
all right,
fire away.
I'm going back in time, so you have a chance, Glenn.
Oh boy, here I go.
Go way back, Frank.
Mike Gardner scored 708 goals in the NHL. How many 50 goals seasons did he get?
Ooh.
5, 4, 3.
You go first, Finn.
2,
14.
1. How many?
12.
14.
12.
50 goal season? Is that 14 times 50? Isn't that 700?
Well, yeah. I'm going 12 though.
All right. So Ryan, you're out to lunch because he played 21 seasons. So
Well, I don't know anything about the guy.
so nice try, but Glenn, you're 11 seasons over.
1?
Oh, jeez.
1. Isn't that amazing? 1. He got a 49er, a 48er, 2 48ers, but 150 goal season. Isn't that crazy?
We have a smart chat, Frank, because both Fussmucker, Boiled Egg, they both nailed it with 1. And I would have bet money, because I always thought of him as a goal scorer.
Yeah,
And especially
but
in
he
the
was
80s.
so consistent over his 21 years.
I wasn't even born yet in the 80s. You're asking me questions about the 80s.
He played in 97, 98, by the way. So
He was still in pull-ups. He was still in
Yeah,
pull-ups at that time.
in his 20th season, he scored 32 goals with the Phoenix Coyotes. Think about that. 20 years in, 30 goals. All right, next question. Let me go pull it up. Who has the most 4-goal games in their career? 5, 4, 3,
Yager.
2,
Richard.
1. Wayne Gretzky.
Oh, I thought that was too easy.
Frank, you're not one to give us like obvious questions, so I'm going off the board. And Boiled Egg had a good guess there. Austin Matthews would have been a good guess, I guess.
I'm thinking that is a crime in the wood.
Lemieux. That is a crime in the woods. Austin Matthews, yes. We do not. Old man Fred's not here to defend the Leafs. So guys, easy on the Leafs. He's not here to defend their horrible play.
Canada's team.
Canada's team, yeah.
Staying on the goal team. Who has the most hat tricks in the playoffs? 5, 4, 3, 2,
Messier.
1.
Glenn Anderson.
Well, you got the right team.
Is it Gretzky again?
No, Yari Curry.
Yeah.
4 of them. And tied for second is Mark Messier, which you mentioned, Ryan. Not Glenn Anderson. Newsy Lalone from way back in the day.
Newsy
Lalone has 3, and Mike Bossy 3.
Oh.
So,
where was Guy Lafleur on that list?
he is too low.
Yeah, I don't really see him as a hat trick guy.
No, he has the Mark Stone disease.
Yeah, but he could skate though. At least Lafleur could skate.
Yeah.
All right, you got any more?
One more.
Okay.
Who has the most hat trick per season played in NHL history?
Most
5.
hat tricks per season?
Yeah, per season played, like the average. Total divided by number of seasons played.
Oh, you have to go with Gretzky.
All right. 5,
Go
4,
Sakic.
3. All right. So Gretzky has 50 in his career in 20 seasons. So that's 2.5. But the answer is Mike Bossy.
Oh, yes.
In 10 years, this motherfucker had 39 hat tricks. If his back hadn't given out, who knows what he would have done in his career. What was your answer, Glenn?
Joe Sakic.
He's no. Oh, there you go. No, 15 in 20 years. So he's not even 1 per year.
Oh.
There you go. So gold theme trivia. You have fun? We learn things. There's things that were shocking again. It's always my goal. Wasn't that cool?
Yeah. No, that was pretty good. It was goal themed, and it's been a while. We enjoy the trivia. Chad enjoys the trivia.
But Mike Gardner, man, wow. Yeah. Go. By the way, after the show, just go look at his year-per-year stats. He was like a regular oil machine. It was crazy what he accomplished, and it's Boiled Egg's favorite team. But man, this guy, man, he was like regular clockwork, and he played less seasons in Washington than he did. He did 10 years in Washington, 12 years elsewhere. Man, that guy was regular.
Yeah. All right. Tonight's action, speaking of goals, we've got the Bruins over the Jets. We've got the Golden Knights in I guess Fussmucker said a wild game there in overtime. 11 goals, Devils and Golden Knights. Predators, Panthers 1-1, Coyotes over the Penguins, and then tonight Canucks, Blackhawks, Kings, Sharks. Unfortunately, probably 2 locks. I think the Canucks are definitely going to win that one, and the Kings should win that one. But yeah, a lot of games on Monday night because
not the way the Kings have been playing lately.
True. All right, we don't have any recap of the game of the week because we did not pick one because we knew we'd be off for a few weeks. But here is the current standings right now going into next week. We got Finn with 6, Old Man Fred with 5. I've got 3, and Lanky has
we picked one before we left. We just never got the results.
No, we didn't pick one.
No, we made guesses on point standings and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Boiled Egg leading the chat with 5, Fussmucker with 3, Leo and D Block with 2. So everyone has at least 1 point. Yeah, when we left, Frank, we went through and we looked at the current top 10 points in the league standing wise, and we asked who's going to fall out by the time we come back and who's going to.
Well, we're going to wait till next week because. Technically,
we have to wait till next week.
Yeah, technically, it was till the 28th.
But it's
LA still has time to fall out.
It's the exact same teams. The top 10 on January 6th is the same top 10 now, just different order.
Okay.
No, that can't be right.
Yeah, it's top 10 in the league, but if you look at playoffs, Ryan, like Detroit is in now, which we
but I thought the Oilers passed LA unless LA passed Oilers again.
No, Oilers are not in the top 10. So yeah, we're not going to be able to do that. And we also predicted some things about the point scores. We said who is going to be.
Whoa! This is not updated, man. Oilers have 53 points right now.
No, this is our last show together.
Oh, the last one. Well, the Oilers, they're not top 10. Seriously? They're top 3 in their league.
Here's the current standings right here.
Holy moly, they're not. Even Toronto's not. Wow.
22nd.
After going like 13 in a row.
That's not current. That's from January 5th.
That's January 5th. That's what it was back on January 5th, kind of our last day. So if we go now to today's date.
Oh, they're not. They're 12th. Wow.
Yeah.
After 13 wins in a row, that's crazy. Wow.
Well, they jumped 10 positions.
Doesn't matter, man. It's like they're still 12.
And Fussmucker in a chat, mentioned that it just goes to show how good Vancouver has been, because even though Edmonton has won 13 in a row, they're still 13 points back of Vancouver.
Yep.
Yeah, they only gained 6 or 7 points on Vancouver over this run.
Yeah.
Well, look at the last 10 games. Like Winnipeg and Vancouver are still winning, So it's hard for them to – that's why people have their old brains in where you were 8 points behind, you could still catch up. But with the crappy overtime point, you're 7 points out. It's not like in the 80s or 90s where you still had a chance to make the playoffs. And now you have so many teams to jump over. It's like you made the playoffs with 82, 83, 84, 85 points. Like if you played 500, you had a good chance to be in. Now you have to have 95 points to get in because of the bonus loser point. So.
Well, here's a little teaser for you. You and Ryan or you and Finn thought that Toronto would go in by the 29th episode, January 29th. I said Tampa would go in. So Toronto is now 1 point out of 10th. Tampa is 2 points out of 10th.
Tampa's going to be in and Toronto's going to be out.
So we'll see who's right next week when we do the final tally. And Finn, who's at number 9? Who cracked into the top 10?
Philly.
Who?
The Tortorella effect.
Who?
So
Philly? Philly?
Yeah, who won their games on the weekend against Ottawa and somebody else? Who won that? The two. They were 2 for 2, right? Right?
Well, they're on a 2-game losing streak right now, aren't they?
Oh, Ottawa. They couldn't beat Ottawa. Funny.
For those of you who don't know, a year ago when we were, doing predictions and things, and we were predicting where Philly would finish up, I said they wouldn't finish last, and Frank was, oh no, they're going to finish last, and Columbus.
No. You didn't say they wouldn't finish last. You said
yeah, I did.
No, you said they would be fourth or fifth because the Tortorella effect. They're going up in the world. They went to seventh, from 8th to 7th.
Okay. Do I need to find the tape? Do I need to find the evidence? Where is Columbus, Frank?
No, I said they would finish last. You don't have to get the tape for that. But you said the Tortorella effect, they would be challenging for a playoff spot.
I was a year behind, Frank, okay?
You were. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right.
Briere is going to start trading people because he doesn't care about this year.
All right. Yes. So there we go. There are standings as of tonight. We'll find out next week if either Toronto or Tampa Bay make it in, and who falls out? Well, probably Carolina.
What did Eric pick? Who did Eric pick?
Eric wasn't here, Frank.
Oh, he wasn't. He did. Oh, yeah, that's right. He canceled at the last minute. That's right.
Yeah, he was not there. All right, let's go and look at our scoring leaders. First of all, the Nathan McKinnon and Kucherov show. And we thought McDavid, you said he would be within 6 points of the lead. Finn and I thought he'd be within 4 points of the lead.
We're all fucking wrong. He's still 20 points behind.
Yeah. This is, I mean, he may be out of it for the Art Ross now. Is it too early to call that he's out of it, Frank?
There's still half a season to go. It's going to be tough, but look, he went 150 last year. How many games of Oilers have? Because he's at 40, but he missed some games.
Yeah, he missed 2 games. The Oilers have 42, so he's 5 games behind.
Okay, so they got 40 games left. So let's say he went 150 last year, right? So let's say he goes 75 the rest of the way. And McKinnon is on pace for 125, I heard. So 75 plus 59, he could if he goes back to last year's pace, but that's a big if. It's going to be challenging. He's got to go at last year's pace for the last 40 games. And McKinnon and Cooch has to stay at the same pace, and he'll be a couple of points ahead. So it's gonna be a tough. I don't think he's gonna make it.
And one of the questions we asked before we went on the break was which players would break into the top 10 for scoring. Frank, you had said that it would be Mr. Hughes, Jack Hughes, and Austin Matthews. Well, you're really close on Austin. He's only 1 point out of the top 10. But of course, Jack Hughes, with the injury, he's pretty far behind. Finn, you said it would be Hughes, Matthews, Draisaitl, and Peterson going into the top 10. And got to give you credit. Peterson is number 6 in scoring, so you called that one right. Draisaitl catching up. He's number 16 now. He's about 6 points out. And Matthews, of course, is 1. And I said Draisaitl, Matthews, and Hughes. So again, Matthews is just 1 point out.
And you all said Jack Hughes or Quinn Hughes? Because Quinn is 12.
Quinn was already in, and all of us said Quinn Hughes would fall out, and he has.
Okay.
But we'll find out next Monday if Austin Matthews can crack the top 10. Okay, well, let's get into some of the news and action of the last 3 weeks. Of course, while we were on break, in fact, I think it was like a day or two after that we finished our episode. It was actually the same day, January 5th. Connor Bedard broke his jaw. And he's out 6 to 8 weeks. He's still got 4 to 6 weeks before he comes back.
We talked about his injury. He got injured.
I think that day or the day before.
Yeah, the day before that day. And I said it like he got hit in the head, but there was no hit to the head, which
right.
I go, somebody's gonna have to teach me the science about breaking your jaw without touching the head. So
these young kids these days, they're so brittle.
Yeah, Frank, exactly.
Frank, is he still rookie of the year leader here when we look at the points? Is he still a lock or is it up in the air now?
We'll see next week. It's going to be part of my new segment at the end of the show, so I'm not answering that. Because we have a new segment. We have a new segment coming, so.
Oh, we do. Thanks for telling me, Frank.
I told you. You even said, "Oh, fine, this is awesome."
Oh, okay. Well, that was
Okay,
what, a week ago?
As the beard grows, does the IQ go down? Maybe that's why your wife is pissed. You're a bubbly fool going around the house. Oh, how do I make coffee?
Oh no, I know that. You just push a button and it magically appears. All right, so we'll leave the rookie for Frank's new segment. Frank's got his
look
trivia.
at the rookie race right now because there are things to say, but I'm not going to comment on Bedard because it's part of the new segment. And let me just.
What is this new segment?
Hold on. I'm going to go see how I put it. But he your papa there, he signed off on it. He go, oh, that's a fucking great idea.
Where's the receipts, Frank? Come on. I don't think I said that.
It's in here, man.
All right. Well, Machia Pet says there's going to be a segment discussing all the new segments being added for future segments. Okay.
That's like he's injured and upper body of the lower body in the middle.
Yeah. Well, who says Brock Faber? We've never really discussed him playing for Minnesota.
I'll put up the rookie race right now.
Yeah, I know because we're on the rookie scoreboard, Frank.
No,
27 points though.
No, we see still your Nick Foligno and Connor Bedard. That's what we see. We don't see it.
How about now?
There you go. Finally.
Brock Faber.
Yeah, so Brock Faber, Spurgeon is out for the year, so there's always opportunities, with young players, rookies. Some don't have the opportunities, and then they never get the opportunities. And I always say, like, everybody has a chance at one point, and they have to grab the brass ring that comes by. And boy, is this guy really grabbing. He's grabbing and holding on and saying, this is mine. You're not taking it away. So he's on the number one power play. He was not known as an offensive guy, but they have nobody to play on the power play because they traded Cale Addison. So it's like, and he's like putting a stamp on it. So to all the defensive prospects that are coming up in Minnesota, you might have a big obstacle. So he's going nuts, man. So that's just way beyond expectations. So good on him. He's good defensively. Like, he was an all-around defenseman, not really known for, wasn't expected to be a point producer because he was not going to be on the first power play, but he is now. And 27, man. Him and Rossi I called, but Faber I called more Luke Hughes. But man, if Faber keeps this pace, he's going to win the Calder for sure.
Wasn't Brock part of the? He was an LA first round pick, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was part of the Fiala trade.
Fiala, right? Yeah.
Fiala trade. So they got a couple of players, Faber, picks, and all that. So he was, because he was playing in Minnesota. He's a local. So
yeah, I saw that. Yeah, so good for him.
He went home. LA, they had at that time Dursey, they had Jordan Spence, they had Brant Clark, and Faber. So they had so many defensive, like grade A defensive prospects. They said, well, to get Fiala, it's worth sacrificing Faber. And Minnesota asked for him because they want a local product. So it's always good to sell the game. So, and
then you get this Connor Zary, and what's impressive about him playing for a Calgary team that, isn't the best team out there, and he's got a plus 14, Frank and Finn, plus 14. Now, Finn, I know you watch the Edmonton and you're familiar with Calgary. Do you know, Finn, much about this Connor Zary?
No, I don't know too much about him, but if he's playing well in Calgary and he's plus 14 on Calgary.
Yeah. So he was a first round pick, 24th overall back in the 2020 draft. He's from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. But he's showing up on the radar there. You know, you got to consider him for rookie of the year.
I think he's the guy that scored on us when we played him.
Oh, was he? Oh,
he won't be
points.
He won't be rookie of the year. He's not going to keep pace with all the people above him. Plus or minus doesn't get you the Calder, unfortunately. Yeah. So there's too many other candidates. So he won't win, but good on him because he started in the AHL, and the heir apparent that got given the chance was Coronado to start the year. Right. They demoted Coronado and they brought him up, and the plus 14 just shows that he plays 200 feet, you know, which is probably not the case of Coronado.
And Logan Cooley's kind of cooled off. He was always kind of in the top 3 or 4 for the scoring.
College. Remember what I told you? Second half, they don't play 80 games down there. Not juniors where they play 70 games, supposed to playoffs, and those that are lucky enough to go to Memorial Cup, they got 90 plus games under the tie. With the Frozen Four, they might get to 50 games in college overall. So remember that it's always all these kids, even European, they hit the wall.
Yeah. So top 3 right now, if you had to have the top 3 ballot, it's probably still Bedard, Rossi, and Fantilli.
Well, I said Fantilli right from the beginning of the year, so he's a couple good games away from getting above him.
Yeah, Fantilli's problem is he's getting bumped. He's playing 4th line one day, and now Jenner just came back, so forget it. He's not going to be 1st line anymore. He lost. You know, that's what I mean about the brass ring. He was put on the first line. He didn't click with Gaudreau. Didn't click. You know, he clicked with Liney, but Liney got hurt. So now Jenner's back. Sillinger is lights out recently because he took the opportunity of the extra ice time. Fantilli did not. Like a couple of weeks back, he was back playing the 4th line. And Cooley, the same thing. So it's going to be tough, you know, because he had that opportunity, but chemistry between 2 players, man. Sometimes on paper it looks good because he's fast as hell and Gaudreau's fast, so you would think they would mesh together, you know, but they didn't. So,
well, you know, All-Star, you know, Jenner, right? All-Star Jenner, and are you guys looking forward to the All-Star game between Vancouver and Toronto?
Oh, come on. This is I texted you guys, I go, this is for freaking ridiculous. Like Rantanen didn't make it. Look at the top scorers. Rantanen didn't make it.
The vote-in by the fans is ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Well, and you look at the goalies that made it. It's like, what? Like, even the one that were picked before we talked about it. But then the voting, I went, wait, what?
What was it? 5 Vancouver Canucks and 4 Maple Leafs, two Oilers, Draisaitl and McDavid, and that was it. And that was it. But hey, we got to move on because we've got a few major topics to talk about. Let's watch this little clip from the Edmonton Journal about what happened in the city of Edmonton today. So let's just watch it and we'll comment on it later.
We're gonna go. So at first I took care of myself, and that was at the front of it. Is take care of yourself, get yourself in a better position, and you know, move on from there. Take it day by day, and it's been 2 months, and every day is a step in the right direction, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. But to be here and to put on the Oiler jersey is a special feeling, and you know what, it's life in Canada. Hockey is life, and there's no better place to play. I've been on the ice 4 or 5 times a week since probably early December. So you know, I've been keeping up with everything, and you know, because if I didn't, and this day did come, I'd be behind the 8 ball. So you know, but today was a good day, and it's only going to get better from there. There was some other suitors out there that you know, that were great options, and I want to thank them. But it all kept coming back here. When you have a 6-year-old kid and you have Connor McDavid on the team, you kind of follow the Edmonton Oilers a little bit. So, but all jokes aside, this team's going in the right direction, and not just because they've won 13 games in a row, but you can see where they're going and their mindset and the vision they have that, they want to win a Stanley Cup here.
All right. So, Finn, we got to start with you. Frank always calls you the fanboy. Now's your time. Rise and shine. Corey Perry, the newest member of the Edmonton Oilers. First question I have is, when you're on a 13-game win streak, does it impact the chemistry when you bring in a guy like this to the team that has had some questionable actions in the past? And are you disrupting anything in the locker room by bringing him in?
No, because they brought in Kane and they went on a hot streak. And then the next year Kane got injured, and when he came back, they went on another hot streak. I made a joke in our little group chat that they're turning into the bad boys club. So I don't think this is going to cause any issues. I think the locker room's strong enough to bring any sort of personality in. The one thing I would have problems with is putting my hate for the guy aside, because watching him play against the Oilers for all those years in Anaheim, I tell you, that's the guy you hate. That's the guy you didn't want to see on the ice. That's the guy you had issues with. But here's a fun story. The Oilers almost had him 21 years ago.
In the draft.
No. What's his name? Kevin Lowe had a trade on the table, trading Comrie for him, but the only contingency was that Comrie had to give back the $1 million signing bonus that the Oilers just paid for him. And Comrie said no, so the trade never happened.
Well, they did get Dustin Penner.
21 years ago, Corey Perry almost became an Oiler.
Wow. And that must be before he even really broke into the league. He must have been obviously a rookie or just recently drafted.
Yeah, they were young. I think he was 19, 20 years old.
That must have been when Brian Burke was in charge of Anaheim.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Frank, how about you as kind of an outsider? You're a Canadian hockey fan. You see this move, a player well-known in the league goes to Edmonton. Is this a positive? Does this help them, or is it a kind of a lateral move?
It helps them. On the ice, great move. Next year, not so much, because all the bonuses are being punted to next year. So that's reduced cap space next year. Even though the cap's going up, it's going to go up less, because that could be a 325 less cap room next year. And we all know they were less than 150 most of the year. That's the only thing I don't like. Like, you're playing for a Stanley Cup contender. Take your minimum and shut the hell up, or go elsewhere. He would have, he went to Chicago for the money. You didn't have to give him bonuses to play with the Oilers. So that's just going to hurt the Oilers next year. But on the ice, I know Ryan doesn't believe in the bottom six, because doesn't give a shit.
I believe in the bottom six. I believe.
You said that there early. Oh no, we don't need the bottom six. Blah blah blah. Well, he's going to help the bottom six, for sure. He's not going to score 20 goals. He's going to do what he does in Tampa. But what he brings is he can bring his rings into the room, calm things down. So somebody said it's like Maroon, but no, he's got way more talent in his career than Maroon. So he has a better impact than Maroon. So think about him like Jagger in Boston, but like he's in between Maroon and Jagger. Jagger is the only reason Boston beat Toronto, being down in the elimination game 4-1, etc. And they came back, and then they fought back from 3-1. He brought a calming presence, and Corey Perry has the pedigree that Maroon didn't have. So he's a better version of Maroon, but maybe not as good as Jagger at the end of their career. So A+ on the signing, no risk. as long as McDavid has the keys to the booze bar, everything should be good, man.
It's just for this year though, right? He didn't sign
Just
No.
for this year yet.
No, he had 2 years in Chicago, but yeah, it's just for this year.
Yeah, because Chicago canceled the deal basically. So just for this year, but he does have these performance bonuses based on games played. He'll play his 10 games unless he gets injured. So that's another 225. And then it's all contingent on how far Edmonton does go in the playoffs.
Correct.
He can earn $50K basically for every round that
he's a pest
Edmonton.
too, and he gets under the skin of every opponent he plays against. So he's going to give somebody like Kane, who's gone kind of a little quiet here, no choice but to get into the fight. When Kane's getting into the fight and Perry's getting into the fight and Desharnais starts getting into the fight more because everybody else is starting to scrap after the whistles and this, that, and the other thing, it's just going to galvanize the group a little more.
And he was doing very a lot better than anybody expected in Chicago. You know, so
9 points in 16 games. So that's pretty good. There still is talk of Maroon maybe coming back to Edmonton. I don't think that's off the table yet. Maybe getting Perry though, because I think they're both right wingers, aren't they? That might kind of counter that move.
You can play a winger on an off wing. It doesn't change the game for them a lot.
Where's Maroon now? He's in Mini, right? Minnesota?
Yeah. I think he's in Minnesota. Frank, you watched.
Hold on. Guerin hasn't given up on the season yet, so he's not going to trade him until very close to March 8th.
Wow, Maroon's won cups recently wherever he's gone, so I wouldn't mind having Maroon on my team. In fact, if I had to pick one of the two, I think I would probably take. Well, like you said, I think they offer similar things, but at the same time, they offer different things.
Perry's more of a pest than Maroon. Maroon's going to get in your face and shove you to the ice. Perry's going to go behind you and try to trip you.
Yeah. Frank, you watch Darcy Tucker. I mean, as a Montreal Canadian fan, you got a lot of Darcy Tucker out there. Late in Darcy Tucker's career, is he similar to what you would get in a Corey Perry now?
No. Corey Darcy Tucker doesn't come to the ankle of Corey Perry in terms of talent. Sorry, Tucker was just a pure pest, So no, Corey Perry's he's a pest, but he's a different type of pest, but he's got the skills to back it up. Tucker never had the skills. He was always like a third liner. Corey Perry scored 50 goals, for God's sakes. You have to remember that.
What's weird, too, is that Corey Perry was drafted same draft class as Ryan Getzlaf. And it seems like Ryan Getzlaf has been out of the league forever. And Corey Perry's still going. So we'll see. We'll see if,
but this cannot be bad. Like I said, as long as I kid, but I kid not. Keep him away from the booth.
Fussmucker is asking if he's more like Tikkanen.
Yes, at this point, yeah. Tikkanen at the end of his career when he went to what was it, LA? I think a big
Rangers, wasn't it? Rangers
or LA? I can't remember. There was everybody reunited, like Gretzky, McSorley. I can't remember. He talked about it. He was on CBC. But anyways. Yes, it's more. Yes, I would say Tikkanen is the best, way better example than Maroon and Tucker. Yes, because Essa produced a little bit also, even at the end of his career.
So Fussmucker saying he did win a cup with the Rangers and then went to St. Louis with Mike Keenan. Okay, see, I forgot Tikkanen played. Buer played in St. Louis. Gretzky played in St. Louis. So a lot of the boys went down to St. Louis. Everyone except Messier, who went to Vancouver, which is still odd to me that Mark Messier played in Vancouver.
The issue I think the Oilers are going to have with Perry is he doesn't kill penalties, and everywhere else he's been on the power play, but he's not getting on the Oilers power play.
So he's going to get probably on the wave 2, on the second power play.
Oh, well, yeah, he played 15 seconds.
But the net front presence for 30 whatever seconds, because they'll switch some over, but he'll have some, but he'll be the net front presence. I don't know who's the net front presence in the first wave. Hyman. Yeah, so he'll replace Hyman for the last little part because we know McDavid is staying for the 2 minutes. So
they usually switch the whole line over at
Oh, yeah?
half a minute. Yeah.
Okay,
Everybody
but
comes off.
he'll be on PP2 just because he is useful.
I would like to see them try to move Brown out though, with him coming in.
Yeah.
Because Brown is that net front presence on PP2.
No, he's going to be bumped out. He's got what, 2 points this year? 3, 4?
Yeah.
What's he up to now?
I think he has
0 goals. 0.
How
You
many
scored
points?
as many points.
I saw his second point at one point, but how many points?
Well, maybe he has a second point. No more.
Oh, he has 2. I think he was at 1 assist, but I think he got a second. Did he get a third? It's like he's on track for 4 fucking points. For how many millions?
Yeah.
Well, 750,000, but because he played 10 games, he gets 3 million or something like that on top of it.
Yeah. So three some point something for 2 fucking points, or on track for 4. What a disaster, man. So the moral is don't reunite the Connors, man.
Yeah, that biggest disappointment, definitely. And last Oiler, before we move on here, we'll talk about Patrick Waugh on the island in just a sec. But I'm seeing a lot of, talk about trophies coming up at the end of the season. And one Mr. Evan Bouchard is coming into actually the Norris Trophy talk, believe it or not. I'm starting to hear that he's, a contender. So Finn, you watch a lot of Oiler hockey. Is he really a Norris contender in your opinion?
No, he'll get top 5 in votes just because of the point production. But the defensive side of the game, he still struggles a little bit with. He's not hard on the body. And he gets pucks out when he gets the puck, but he has to be hard on the body in order to get the puck. So I don't think he'll be a Norris, but I think he'll get top 5 of votes just because of the points.
Yeah, I think Quinn Hughes, probably the runaway. Cale Makar, are the big names. Frank, how about Bouchard? Any chance he's in the running?
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be even in the top 5. Dobson, to me, is a way more worthy candidate for the Norris. He's got 47 points in 46 games. Victor Hedman, point per game, so back, and he's got the pedigree. He already won, so the voters will remember that. Evan is great offensively, but all-around game, it's like at this point, some people will vote for Yossi before they vote for Bouchard. So I think he's right outside the top 5 for the voting. We'll see. But he's on track. How old is he now? He's what, 24, 25?
23, I think. 20. Yeah, around there.
Yeah, he's 24. Yeah, he's 24 now. He was born in October, so this is his age 24 season. So he's tracking at 26, 27 to be in that top 3 and to be in that competition if he keeps tracking. He went up, went down last year. Now he's back up. So he's tracking very well. Well, 24 is nothing for defensemen. They hit their peaks later than forwards. Forwards, typically, their best season is 24, age 24. But the defenseman is 26, 27 that they hit their peaks, 28. So he's tracking that he'll be in the competition, depending on who comes along and what happens to Quinn, Makar, etc. But he's on the right track, So, but it'll be a lot of competition, but he'll be in that top 5, top 3, maybe in a couple of years.
Okay. Well, let's go on to the other big story from the last week. And again, Frank, you grew up, you watched this guy in Montreal, you've seen the controversy with this player on and off the ice. And of all teams to go to, I never would have guessed he would go to the Islanders because he really had no connection to the Islanders. Patrick Waugh.
Not just that, it's the shock. Every team Lou has been in charge of, no leaks. Ever. No leaks. He was in Toronto, big media market, no leaks. Jersey, Islanders, no leaks. Every time you hear a rumor about the Islanders, there's 2 options. It's fake, and it's fake, or he leaked it because it's not happening, but he wants something else to happen. So, and that was a shock because everybody, he says, I'm taking the year off. I'm chilling. I'm relaxing. He was in Florida, relaxing and enjoying the sunshine. And there was rumors, Andler, who was part owner of the Habs, he owned 20%. He wanted Roy to be his coach in Ottawa. Everybody just assumed, all right, that's why they named Martin as an interim just to finish the year, and then they'll hire Roy. But like, wait, what? And everything we've heard about this guy, he wants total control. That's why he left. He didn't agree with Sakic. He wants personnel control. You know one thing, Lou's not giving him any freaking personnel control, and he just proved everybody wrong. You know, and he said, no, I'm just going to concentrate on coaching. But everybody just assumed that's why you don't assume. And this guy, it's been 10 years since he left the NHL. You see he's matured. He had his beard back in the Avalanche days. Lou has a rule. No beards. His players are not allowed to wear beards. They all wear, you would not be a Lou. If you would be a Lou hired, you'd shave that beard. And for players, they wear a suit. It's non-negotiable. And when Thomas Plekanec was traded to Toronto at the deadline, he had his pinch forever. And when he showed up there, all the media here went, hey, your pinch is gone. You go, Lou rules, man. He still had his turtleneck. But, Lou is a master control general. So that just proves that everybody had this preconceived notions that Roy wanted the control and he would not go anywhere without control was complete bullshit. I think the Islanders are huge winners because this guy can coach and you can see it. Like he had 15 minutes with the guys and it was like, keep telling Ryan he's a fanboy, but like Barzal and Horvat were fawning over the 15 minutes they spent with this guy. They win. He's on the team. 15 minutes on the ice. He gave him a day off today. And they're playing tomorrow. It's like
3-2 in overtime over the Dallas Stars last night. So
and that's a good team. But just to tell you, he could have used the time on the ice today to put him, what he wanted to do, but he gave him a day off. And that's Patrick, because you do right by him, he does right by you. If they would have lost 7-2, he would have back skated him. He's got Tortorella. He's got all these guys, Bruce, Tortorella, all wrapped into one. Great hire from the Islanders. Too bad for Ottawa because they're probably scrambling right now. I think Bob Hartley now becomes the favorite for Ottawa because he's a Franco-Ontarian. So perfect for that market.
I've been saying it all along. It's going to be the guy that just came out of Edmonton in Ottawa.
Woodcroft?
Yeah, Woodcroft.
I don't think so. No.
All right, Frank, here's your trivia, Frank, for you. We're going to test you. Name the 5 skaters on the ice here.
Holy F. Who the hell is that, man? Is that Zeno? A young Zeno? I can't. Ray Bork?
Yeah, Bork is one.
Well, Zeno is there, no?
No.
That's Zeno in front of the net, no?
No.
It's not Chara?
No, I thought Chara.
Assistant. Who the fuck is that? Well, the other one's Patrick, but who's on the fucking ice on the left? Hold on. It's coming back to me. 24.
Oh, Frank, we stumped Frank's chat. We finally stumped him here. What?
I don't know any of them. Yeah, Borg I have. What I have? Who's the 24? I knew he was a defenseman. Foot. Adam Foot.
Was Adam Foot 24 or was he 2?
Oh, he might have been 2, but I'm Adam Foot. He's a right-handed defenseman. Foot was a right-handed defenseman. That's it. That's my guess. If it's not him, it's not him.
And the Boston guys. How about you, Finn? Do you know the Boston guys?
I'll be damned.
One is a general manager and one recently retired. this year.
What? Wow. Oh, Sweeney.
No.
Sweeney's in the back with no
No.
number. So Don
No.
Sweeney, no?
No. Chat already got it. Bill Guerin is in front of the net.
Oh,
Joe Thornton. That's Joe Thornton when he played in Boston.
Oh, Big Joe.
Yeah.
Joe retired 3 years ago.
No, I think he officially retired
Oh,
this
yeah,
year.
I don't care about officially. He just said, hey, dumbasses, I haven't played in 30 fucking years.
Frank the Tank. Come on. You got your Avalanche. I don't know who this is. If it might be Foot or someone said DeVries. Boiled Egg said DeVries.
So you don't know who it was?
Maybe. I don't know who this guy is. 24 for the Avalanche. I
If
don't
you
know if
ask
Chadwick
trivia, you have to have the answer, man.
Google it. Avalanche number 24 back in when did Waugh play for them in the early 2000s? Maybe I don't know. We'll find out for a future show.
What do
Laxinen?
you think about Waugh? Because I'm
Well, I think
comments?
he was humbled. He left Avalanche because he wanted full control. He got pissed off. He didn't get full control. He left. And he admitted he thought his phone was going to be ringing off the hook of people wanting him, and his phone was quiet. Nobody called him. So yeah, he was sitting on a beach in Florida, but he was pissed off that nobody was calling him. So yeah, I could see him taking a job and not wanting all the control. So great
I
coach.
wonder if Edmonton was in on walks. There were rumors that he was in Edmonton.
Yeah, but I guess Knobloch was chased by Edmonton before Woodcroft.
Oh,
They wanted him after oh my god, I can't think of the names today. The guy in LA after
Todd
McClellan. Yeah, they wanted Knobloch after McClellan, but who was it? The Rangers never gave Oilers permission to talk to him.
Oh,
Wow. Oh, by the way, I have your trivia answer. Adam Foote was 52. So that dude was the legend, Ruslan Saleh.
was it Soleil? Because some people are mentioning Clem. Could be John Clem.
I have number 24, Ruslan Saleh, unless you have the wrong season. But I went 2008, which is when they all played together. So I have Ruslan Saleh. So
Okay.
it
So
might be different, but
I guess you could find out if Joe Thornton played in Boston in 2008, then it was probably his Soleil. Because he didn't play in Boston that many years. All right.
Joe Thornton. Joe.
Do the Philadelphia Flyers and Islanders play each other sometime this year?
Roy's coming back to Montreal on Thursday. Talk about this is crazy because what happened is it was such big news, like it blew up because it was so unexpected. TVA, one of the French channels, TVA Sport, they bought rights to the game to put the Islanders game on TV here in Quebec, and they sent a reporter down, and they had an interview with Roy and everything, and I said, "Hey, buddy, you'll be in Montreal." It's like he goes, "Yeah, it's always special, blah blah blah." So. Hold on.
All right. Well, that leads us to our predictions and our game of the week. And Frank, you know what game we're going with. We're going with Thursday. You know, there's a couple good games on Thursday. Corey Perry may make his debut against Chicago. Chicago's in Edmonton on Thursday. I think Edmonton's just going to destroy him. I think it's going to be like 7-1 or something for Edmonton. Perry, hopefully he'll get to play against Chicago. And then Montreal, 5 o'clock Eastern or 5 o'clock Mountain, hosting the Islanders. So we're going to go with this as our game of the week. Chat, make your predictions. Who wins? What's the score? Finn, Jimmy the Ukrainian, give us your prediction. Will Waugh beat Montreal on his former home ice?
Yeah, he'll beat them. It'll be 3-1.
3-1 Islanders. Okay, I'm going the Islanders 4-2. Frank?
Islanders 3-1. So nobody said that?
Yeah, you copied Jimmy the Ukrainian. Way to go, Frank.
Okay. So I'll go. Okay, Jake Allen is in tomorrow, so Monty should go back. Let's go 4-2. Somebody said, what did you say? 4-2? Did you say 4-2?
I said 4-2, and Finn said 3-1.
Fuck, you got all the right good answers, man. All right. 4-3. Overtime. There you go. Bonus points.
For Islanders?
Yes.
Okay. You know Patrick wants this one. He's going to want to win in Montreal for his appearance there. So, yes, chat.
All right. By the way, there's been a turntable of number 24s on the fucking Avalanche. It's ridiculous. I don't know what to make of this. I can't find when, because Joe stopped being a Bruin in 2005-2006. Patrick Roy became an Avalanche. So I think you might have missed he became an Avalanche in 95-96. Holy fuck. Okay. Because every year there's a new number 24. So I need the year because it can be anywhere from 96 all the way to 2000, whatever. And every year there's a new 24 on the Avalanche. It's ridiculous.
All right. Well, we're going to go with, it's either Laxonen, Clem, Soleil. We're going to go with one of those guys.
It's not LA because I was in the wrong decade.
Okay. Guerin was in Boston in 2000 to 2002. So there's a small window right there.
2000, 2002?
Yeah.
Okay, 2000.
So
all right. Hold on. 2002, I had that up. Hold on. Number 24 on that year. I'm just going to go back from there. All right. So 24 was a forward. A defenseman. Chris McAllister, but he was 6'8". Does he look 6'8" on the picture?
No.
All right, so 2001 was 24. John Clem, defenseman. So somebody said that in the chat. So,
yep. So a lot of people mentioned John Clem.
And last check, we'll check 2000 because Guerin is the only good clue we have. So in 2000, it was number 24. Do we have a 24 two times in a row? Yeah. So it's John Clem. So that's the answer. It has to be because it's not 6'8". So John Clem was the answer. Bravo, whoever said that in the chat.
Pretty much everyone. Pretty much everyone in the chat went John.
Yeah, well, they researched it. They Googled it faster than us. We're busy. We're busy, man.
We're a little rusty here,
you
folks.
come up with some great stuff. I can tell you that for free. Jesus.
And by the way, the segment, Glenn, you can see if you remember that. Okay. The segment was. Hold on, I had it, but my phone.
Frank's a little rusty, guys. He's been off for 3 weeks.
Hold on, I had it here. It's January 9th. Oh yeah, for real or fake news? I was going to ask questions like McDavid wins the Art Ross, for real and fake news, and then all of you say either for real, fake news, and short 10 words of why it's for real or fake news at the end of the.
Oh yeah. That's a good idea, Frank. I love it. Well,
at least you're consistent. But you said verbatim, yep, I like it. After the game of the week prediction, we can end with this. You come out with 4 or 5 questions each week. That's you. But you don't remember.
Ben, back me up on this. He was talking about Connor Bedard and the rookies. What does that have to do with
because my first question was, is Connor Bedard going to win the Calder? For real
Okay.
or fake news?
That's a tough connection.
I know, but I had
Jeez,
it.
Frank. Come on, Frank.
I had
Give
it.
me a
I'm the
break.
important one. I'm asking the questions, man.
Okay. So
Fake
next week,
news.
folks, we got Frank bookending the show with trivia and with fake or real news. Oh, guys, it
Do I get to make a
was a
segment now, too?
challenge.
What?
What's that?
Can I have a segment?
Sure. Everyone gets a segment. What would
What's your segment?
Well, I don't know. I got to think of one now.
old man Fred will be like, what's going on? You guys have redecorated.
You're just jealous. You just want a segment, man. I want it. You're like a kid. I want some. What do you want? I don't know. I just want. Everybody's getting something.
I'll think
All
of
right.
one. I'll think of one.
Welcome to the 3-hour NHL podcast starting next week. All right,
So,
guys.
By the way,
I'm
I
glad-
can do mine every 2 weeks because we can't each do a segment. So if Ryan has a segment, we'll alternate whatever. It's like, because at one point, man, it's going to be too much. So I'll share the spotlight. I have no money. I don't care.
We'll figure something out. At least old man Fred will be back. He'll get to talk his Toronto Maple Leafs.
Does
And,
he get a segment?
Oh, lots of news there with the Nylander. That's why we didn't want to talk about it this week, but I can't wait for his opinion on the Nylander extension, man. Woof.
Well,
And
he got the extension to stop playing.
yeah, but like Tavares has no points in his last 8 games, like 0. No
Yeah.
assists, no goals, nothing. So we're gonna have a lot to talk about next week with old man Fred. Man, he better be in shape because Toronto's almost out of the playoffs, for God's sakes.
Well, if they don't do anything this year, they're not doing anything next year. They're gonna have no cap room.
No, they're Russian roulette. You put a 6-shooter, 1 bullet, kick. What Toronto is doing, they're playing Russian roulette, but with 6 bullets. So they're blowing their brains out.
Maybe they'll take Jack Campbell. Maybe he's the answer.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
Yeah, no, don't dream.
All right. Guys, it's been fun. Thanks for talking me into doing a show today. We did need to do some catching up. We've got our predictions for next week. We looked at the Los Angeles logos. If you're tuning in late, we took a look at the evolution of the Kings logo over the last 50 years. And 2 of us like the 75, and Chat and Finn like the 1988 logo.
And Glenn,
So
put it in our chat group so Eric can put his prediction for the game of the week so he doesn't fall.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yes. Game of the week, Montreal, New York Islanders.
Patrick Roy back in Montreal.
Woo-hoo! Okay, chat. Thanks for hanging with us on this Monday night. Have a wonderful rest of your night. And gang, we got some good games coming up this week. We'll find out next week who falls out of the top 10 in terms of the scoring and in terms of the league.
The problem now with Draisaitl and McDavid is that they're playing a defensive structured game. So I don't see them getting into the top 5.
Well, let's look at the wild card quickly before we go. Boston, Florida, and the Maple Leafs. Rangers, Flyers, and Canes. We got Winnipeg, Colorado, Dallas, Vancouver, Vegas, and look now, kids, Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah,
are not a
5
wild
games on
card
hand
team.
on Vegas to boot.
5 games on Vegas, 4 on the Canucks, but we are no longer a 2% chance of making the playoffs. We are in the playoffs. LA Predators having a great season. Arizona and Calgary, even the Kraken, still kind of within range. It's not till you get down to Anaheim, Chicago, San Jose.
Yeah, that's the bottom 3 of the league. I said at the beginning, there's the 3 shitty teams are in the West. There's no like shitty teams. Ottawa's trying, but still has more points than those 3. Like Ottawa's doing their best to say, but poor Ottawa. Giroux's probably say, "What the hell did I do?" But like Detroit's in the playoffs now, and they were not we said, oh, disappointment. Buffalo, Ottawa, and Detroit were the 3 teams we picked at the beginning of the season before the season start as the next teams to take a step forward, like in New Jersey. And they suck for a long time. But Alex Lyon is saving their season, the goalie. And Arizona out west was in the playoffs for all year. And they just fell out of the playoffs. So that's kind of back to normal because
as long as Calgary doesn't get in, I'm happy.
Oh yeah, you're in trouble, man, because they're on a little run also. So Huberdeau just covered he was an NHL player, so he's actually scoring points now. And I think they found a good combination with him. I think that has to do with Zary slotting everybody in the right place. So yeah, you might have to go shopping there, buddy.
I don't think so. They're not getting in.
Shopping. An extra Canadian team in the playoff never hurts, man.
I just need Seattle to get in, and then my bracket would be correct. Not my bracket, but my prediction would be somewhat correct.
Yeah, they're on a run too. That's the thing. Everybody's on a run out west.
Yeah, like Fussmucker said, Edmonton 13 games in a row, and they're still 13 points behind Vancouver, and it's going to be tough to beat them.
Vancouver, basically, there's nothing they can do not to make the playoffs.
Everybody's waiting for them to come back down to earth, but they're never coming back.
Oh, they're in the playoffs. You can book it. It's done. Look, they need 30 points in the last 46. That's 36 games. So they can play under 500 the rest of the way, and they're still going to make it. So they're in. They're in.
There you go for my mother in British Columbia, who loves the Vancouver Canucks.
Glenn's mother, get ready for playoff hockey.
And right now they would play. Who would they play right now? They would play
number 1 seed. They play the worst seed that's not in their division.
Last weekend, Nick Kiprios did this thing on his little noon hour show, and it was Edmonton, Vancouver that were playing each other. He chose Vancouver over Edmonton. He said the only reason why he chose Vancouver over Edmonton is because how Kane is playing. I almost reached to the TV and choked to myself. That guy doesn't know his freaking head from nothing. I tell you, the crap that comes out of that guy's mouth sometimes. Sorry. Maybe that could be my segment. I can rant about people.
Oh, people are still remembering the old man Fred seeding rankings for the World Juniors. We got some jokes in there about how the seeding works in the NHL.
Yeah. By the way, Glenn, they would play Nashville, Vancouver, right now.
Nashville. Okay. Yeah, Nashville. And you know what? He's not wrong. Edmonton can't beat Vancouver, Finn.
Well, they beat them once.
Yeah, once. They lost the first 2 games of the year?
Well, yeah. Everybody beat the Oilers in the first 10 games of the year.
Yeah.
Hey, Winnipeg would play LA. Oof.
Yeah.
And what's happening in LA? Why Talbot is coming back down to earth? 36-year-old goalie. You're playing like crazy because your second goalie shitting the bed. A goalie at 36, it's rare that they can keep playing at top. And he was never like a top-end goalie. He was not a Brodeur and Dominic Hasek and all that.
Well, you want to talk about Father Time? How about Doughty?
Yeah. Well, he's been slowing down for years now. It's just people haven't noticed. But
he started out pretty good in this season, but then he
but it's always Father Time, we said it, we had a segment, Father Time is undefeated. But LA, they're in big trouble if they don't get a goalie. We did our goalie segment. LA needs a goalie more than the Oilers now because at least the Oilers have Skinner back on track.
Yeah, Skinner and Picard. Picard's playing good as a
and like Toronto's getting Wall back, so it's like LA is the most needy goalie team with New Jersey a close second in the NHL right now.
Well, New Jersey can outscore the bad goalie though. LA can't outscore the bad goalie.
I know, but that doesn't work in the playoffs. Sorry.
Yeah.
And the problem is there's too many teams still close that there's not a lot of goalies available. Like Washington,
they're not in the playoffs right now, Finn. So they're in deep. No, they're not. They're 2 points behind Tampa. Yeah. So they're in deep shit right now. So they need a goalie, and LA needs a goalie to stay in the race because they're in the last wild card spot.
Well, they're free falling, but even Vegas took a step back. They're playing 500 hockey right now.
Yeah, because they're over relying on Thompson, because Aiden Hill got hurt, and he's been hurt since early December. So, but they don't need a goalie. They just need Hill to come back, and they can do the 50-50 split.
Yeah.
And that's where you see the quality of goalies. Boston loses Allmark for a week and a half, and Swayman steps in, no problem, because he's a number one, or true number one. But like LA, they're the first wild card, but they're 1 point ahead of Nashville. They're in deep shit right now because Talbot at 36 has lost his way. He's just tired. You can't rely on it. I knew they were relying too much on this guy, but Todd McLellan is an idiot. He's the stupidest coach ever. He keeps.
What about Fleury? Is Fleury going to go? Is he still a useful piece somewhere?
Fleury's like Maroon. Guerin has said we haven't given up making the playoffs. He might be delusional, but he's the GM because Minnesota is 6 points behind right now. And Kaprizov is back from injury. He wants to let these guys run, and he keeps sending the right message saying, I still believe we're a playoff team. So it's going to go till March 8th. But if they're not in it, Fleury is okay. He wasn't okay for getting traded in the last few destinations he was at, but he knows he's getting traded because probably his last year.
He has a no move clause. He has to agree to it.
Yeah, but he already said, I'm expecting to get moved if we're not back in the race. Yeah. So he's going to get moved, and Maroon's going to get moved. But stop talking. It's January. Guerin is not entertaining any fucking offers because he thinks they're still a playoff team. So
okay, how about Elvis? Elvis, they're out of the playoffs. They're not going to make the playoffs. There's a lot of rumors going around with Elvis.
A lot of talk about the Oilers. He's no savior. He can't. He's no good.
The problem with Elvis is the contract. So if there is a trade, it's going to be in the summer.
He costs more than what's his nuts? Campbell.
If he did well, if he could stop a puck, maybe, but he's got too many years, so that's a summer trade. And they know it's a summer trade. That's why they waive Spencer Martin. Why would they waive their third goalie they've been carrying all year if they thought they could trade Elvis? They just told Elvis, okay, you want to be traded, but Cap, we can't trade you this year. It's going to be in the summer.
You want to be traded, play better.
Yeah, but even there, they lost Martin. Martin was claimed by Carolina. So they lost their third goalie. So now they're stuck with Elvis and Tarasov. So he's going to get maybe traded in the summer, but stop dreaming. Elvis is not going to New Jersey. Somebody made the chat. New Jersey doesn't have the cap room to get this guy for 3 more years at 5 point whatever. No. And is he a step up from Vanacek, Akira Schmidt, and Nico Daz? No. Look at his stats, man. He sucks. You have to be good to, Fleury's going to get traded way before. Fleury to Jersey would make way more sense, because he's got the pedigree. And he's not a number one. You put him 1A, 1B. And at least he'll win some games for Jersey because they're a good team. But there'll be other goalies traded. Vejmelka is going to get traded. Fleury, if they're out, but he's going to be last minute, March 8th. He's going to get traded. And there's going to be others we haven't heard that they're going to get traded.
Binnington, maybe?
No, contract. Forget it. He's got 2 more years.
Yeah, he's too expensive for how he's playing now.
No.
Yeah.
It's like you throw these guys around, but there's no cap space anywhere. LA has
so much hype around some players that they price themselves out of the market.
Yeah, LA has $5,000 in cap space. How the fuck do they get Binnington? Magic? What? Do they call Disney? Say, hey, send us a fucking ferry so she can work with fucking Rwan Magic? Come on, man. So LA has to dump salary. Who do they have to dump to get the goalie? It's going to be these defensemen, but then you better get a fucking good goalie because you're going to lose that defensive depth, So
Well, you know how good these teams are magically come up with long-term injuries and do the Tampa
Robert
Bay
I.
kind of
Island.
thing.
but he has extra years next year. It's not one and done with Bennington. He's
Yeah.
making more than Elvis, and he started the year great. His first 2 months were awesome. His last 2 months are the same that he was shit after his Stanley Cup. Nobody wants that at $6 million. Nobody wants Elvis at 5.25. You know,
Yeah.
like Jake Allen, he's going to go with 50% retain. He has more chance of interesting somebody than Bennington and Elvis.
Yeah.
But those
Who's
will
in
be
Ottawa? Anyone in Ottawa that's for goaltender wise?
Forsberg. He might be on the move.
Yeah, but
They'll keep Corpusalo. They have no choice at $4 million for an extra 4 years, but they can bring Solgaard, who actually was a net. But if Forsberg comes back from his injury, proves that he's okay, he's 31, he's a vet. You know, he's like Reimer that we talked about at Detroit before he got injured. He's another one. If he comes back from injury and he proves he can actually stop pucks, he'll be gone. Forsberg can be gone. Players like that. You know, but it's not going to be game changers. But LA needs a game changer. So those will be like the Vejmelkas, things like that. But it won't be Bennington and all that. They make too much money. And Vejmelka is the last year, so they can maneuver something by putting Walker in the trade or one of their defensemen, Matt Roy or whatever, and make it work under the cap this year. And then he's a free agent at the end of the year.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's it for this week. We're back with the full crew next week with Old Man Fred and the rest of the panel. Thank you guys for tuning in. Frank the Tank, Finn, a wonderful week. Lots of things happening every single day. We'll see you next week.
All right. Later.
All right, chat. We'll see you next week. Have a wonderful night. Send you off with a little bit of music with the outro. Enjoy the rest of your evening.